It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to the Football Friday edition of the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show. Our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. The night the lights went out on the reservation, rough night for the Panthers on both sides of the hardwood in Norman, Mississippi on last night's basketball contest. Panthers coming up on the extreme short end, losing by the score of 77-39. We'll hear a wrap-up from Coach Sean LaBeouf.
This is Sean LaBeouf, assistant women's basketball coach at Prairie View A&M University. Final score of tonight's game: Alcorn 77, Prairie View 39. Leading scorers: Kennedy Paul with 9 points, Kiesha Williams with 7 points. We will play our final regular season game at Southern University on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Other scores from the Southwestern Athletic Conference on last night: Jackson State continues to roll, victorious over Alabama State by the score of 76-56. Texas Southern falls short to Southern University by the score of 59-56. Alabama A&M on top of Grambling State by the score of 72-52. So the standings on the women's side of the Southwestern Athletic Conference as we head toward the final game of the regular season on Saturday: Jackson State 16-1 in the number 1 seed. Texas Southern 13-4. Southern University 12-5. Alabama A&M is at 11-6. Alcorn's at 9-8. Prairie View is at 9-8. They're in the number 6 spot. Alabama State is at 6-11. Arkansas Pine Bluff's at 5-12. Grambling 3-14. Mississippi Valley 1-16. So if things were to match up right now for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, the Panthers would take on Southern University in round 1 in Baton Rouge, 3-6. Other projected matchups will have Jackson State hosting Arkansas Pine Bluff, Texas Southern will host Alabama State, and Alabama A&M would host Alcorn. So the final weekend of the regular season matchups will have Prairie View at Southern, Grambling at Alabama State, Texas Southern at Alcorn, Jackson State will be at Alabama A&M, and Mississippi Valley will be at Arkansas Pine Bluff. So the Panthers are pretty much cemented in the number 6 spot. So they will have to keep their travel shoes on. It'll be interesting to see how the Panthers would handle the travel arrangements, being that they'll close out against Southern on Saturday. They would have to turn around and start the playoffs on Tuesday. And with their opponent likely being the Southern Jags, it'll be interesting to see the approach of both sides of the coaching staffs going into this final match. We'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Diva Skin Conditioner, and Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Meanwhile, on the men's side of things in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the Panthers fell short to Alcorn by the score of 80-71. Despite a strong night by Patterson, total of 33 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists, the Panthers could not handle the perimeter shooting of the Alcorn State Braves. Jackson State was victorious over Alabama State 71-59. Texas Southern fell short to Southern University, who happens to be the hottest team on the men's side, by the score of 89-74. And Alabama A&M defeats Grambling State by the score of 58-57. So the standings now on the men's side of things still has Prairie View on top with a 14-3 record conference-wide. Texas Southern now find themselves in a battle for the number 2 spot with Southern University at 12-5. Southern University could end up being the number 2 spot with a win over Prairie View and a Texas Southern loss against Alcorn. Grambling, Alcorn, and Jackson State are all at 10-7. Grambling right now holding down the number 4 spot. Alcorn could leap with a win over Texas Southern. So it is getting down to the nitty-gritty as far as positioning goes in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Alabama State is at 7-10. Alabama A&M is at 5-12. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Mississippi Valley complete the 9-10 spots. Pine Bluff at 3-14. Valley at 2-15. So projected matchups in round 1 beginning on Tuesday, if things were to stay the way they are now, would have Prairie View hosting Alabama A&M. Texas Southern would be hosting Alabama State. Southern University would be hosting Jackson State. And Grambling would be hosting Alcorn. But all of that can change in the blink of an eye depending on the outcome of Saturday's contest. So, oh, what tangled webs have been woven on this final weekend of the Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball season.
Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
SWAC baseball series for this weekend. Southern will be taking on number 23rd ranked Tulane. Alabama A&M will do battle with Alcorn State in Lorman, Mississippi. Texas Southern will be taking on Grambling at Grambling. Florida A&M will come to Jackson State. And Prairie View will be at Arkansas Pine Bluff. All games start on Friday. And we've been talking about it all week long, but a very critical series between the Golden Lions and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, as well as Texas Southern and Grambling. You can listen to the Sunday game between Pine Bluff and Prairie View, which is scheduled to start at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network by simply dialing 857-777-0000. I know some of you who are listening right now said, I thought this was the Football Friday episode. It is, and without further delay, here's Rob Butler with the Southland Report with an FCS twist.
This is Rob Butler with your Southland Report. Today I want to deviate from what I normally do and talk about the NCAA's transfer portal and how a new proposal could soon change the complete scope of college football, especially in the Southland Conference. Currently, all undergraduate transfers must sit 1 year in football and other sports, but the NCAA is fast-tracking a proposal backed by the Big Ten and ACC that would give all student-athletes the ability to transfer once without sitting out. Once. No questions asked, no season set. Call it the uh-oh provision, I made a mistake on signing day. Somebody apparently noticed that while the players were pretty much stuck with their original choices, the millionaire coaches were free to leave them high and dry and pursue the next best job and paycheck. The transfer portal is kind of like an online dating service. You throw your name out there and see if anybody's interested. The NCAA is supposed to protect, to some degree, its broader membership from Power 5 schools throwing their money and influence around just to suck up all the talent. This one-time free agency rule could do just that, make every mid-major a farm team for the Power 5 schools and all the major revenue sports. The effect on non-Power 5 athletics could be devastating. Football is as much about systems as it is about stars. High school athletes are attracted to schools like Sam Houston State because they have a system. Physical play, a balanced rushing and passing attack, and an aggressive defense where players develop for 4 years. But free agency wrecks this model. Let's say, hypothetically, that Sam's lightly recruited sophomore linebacker comes out of nowhere to gain 25 pounds and lead the team in tackles. Baylor needs depth at linebacker. Okay, what about an offensive lineman from a small high school developing into a second-team All-Southland Conference player in his sophomore year? TCU's right tackle got hurt in the spring. Why not just sign one from Sam? Now, this could be a disaster for good FCS schools and the Southland Conference. It could be. Conversely, suppose A&M Commerce's freshman running back rushed for 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns. Lamar needs depth at running back. Why not just sign one from a Division II school? So the new transfer rule could also be favorable to Southland Conference schools. It's something to keep an eye on, but my closing thought is this. There needs to be some way to discourage FBS programs to just stockpile talent to both strengthen their own teams and weaken the FCS schools in their region. Incarnate Word football assistant head coach Josh Kirkland has accepted the head coaching position at New Mexico Highlands University. Kirkland joined Incarnate Word coaching staff as the assistant head coach and running backs coach in the spring of 2018. He added recruiting coordinator duties in January 2019. Cody Scribner has joined the Abilene Christian football staff as defensive line coach. Scribner comes to Abilene Christian from Kansas, where he coached the offensive line. Southeastern Louisiana opened spring practice on Tuesday. Southeastern is coming off an 8-5 season in 2019, which saw the Lions advance to the FCS playoffs and earn its second playoff victory in school history. Nicholls State will begin spring practice on March 11th, and Central Arkansas started their spring practice on March 3rd at Estes Stadium. And finally, Northwestern State head coach Brad Laird is back on the job. He was placed on administrative leave without pay for a week because he was arrested on a DWI charge February 16th. That's Rob Butler with your Southland Report, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
We definitely want to thank Rob Butler for that report here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network featuring the Southland Conference. But if you heard, the big boys are steady moving the target, and it will never, ever be a true even playing field. We're asking a poll on our Twitter account, should there be budget limits for college sports? Visit that Twitter handle at the Mike Prince Show. Our other social media handles are the same for Instagram and Facebook. Our YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We need you to subscribe to that channel today. Click on the bell and you'll get everything that happens here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network with that notification ring. Spring football is definitely in the air. Panthers purple and gold game set for March the 28th. We'll keep you posted on things that develop throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference and beyond right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am going to exit stage left. Another huge weekend on the hardwood and on the diamond. Don't forget Carlos Brown Saturday right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And the Mike Prince Show live Sunday evening at 6 p.m. I've got to go. My time is far spent. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.